Today marks day number 61 of the $1,000 account challenge, and it's about as simple as it can get today. We just followed our plan, and that's it. We're up $145 in the account, or 1.41% of the total portfolio balance, and we are just climbing right along. If you don't know, my name is Gates. I'm taking $1,000 in our day trading options to see how far we can grow this account. Straight off of the day trade watch list today, we had AMD as a short idea below 178. That's this big candle that's printing behind me here. But the short below 178, what was today? It was a gap up day on AMD. That means that on a break below the previous day's closing price, which we get right here at the break of this green line, the stock effectively goes from green to red. The idea here is that on any sort of rally up to the previous day's close, it should reject, and that's what you see here before the move down into the low of day. So with the break below $178, we get the initial breakdown, the rally up to 178, and I take an initial position short. Now my sizing on this position, it's not as much as I would have liked it to be, and the reason why that is because I plan to scale in on this trade. What I intended to do here was take an initial entry short here, just in case it broke down, because I wanted to have something on the trade. So take an initial entry short here, but also mitigate risk by sizing down, because if this did decide to push up to the PDC, I then could have added to the position full size near that PDC, like over here, right? Could have added to the position full size for a rejection, then at that point, effectively lowering my cost basis. Unfortunately for the trade, I did not get the rally up to that previous day's closing price. I didn't get a chance to add in on full size here or add in any more size at all before this dropped down into the low of day, kind of breaking down from this bear flag formation, and we were offered 20%. So when we were offered 20% on the table on the initial position, and with us hitting low of day, understanding that that is a potential area of support, which you see the bounce right here, it was indeed a point of support. I just went ahead and took the profits, and I made the right choice to do so. So very simple trade. AMD, I mean, just literally straight off of the watch list, short below 178, break below 178, rally to 178, take the entry short for the move down to the low of day. And that's it. That's it for that trade. Now, MU was the second trade that I took. This was a long idea above $121. This one is a bit different, and let me explain to you what happens here. Normally, I wait for a break of 121, or break of the trigger level, in this case 121. Normally, I wait for the break of 121, the pullback retest hold of 121 for the entry long, and then the rally up into the high of day, which in this scenario, that actually worked. I could have traded that, and it would have worked absolutely. But I took a different approach to MU today and went long on a market buy on the break of 121, which is something that I almost never do. And I want to present to you this scenario and why I made the decision to do that today. MU, first of all, on the daily time frame, gapped up from the earnings report, held that gap area as support, and then rallied up higher. That big rally that you see there on the daily, that was yesterday's price action. When this made that move higher, it is effectively trading at the all-time highs. Therefore, on a break of 121, we are extremely close to those all-time highs. I mean, only 40 cents off. But the candles from yesterday, 20 minutes of candles from yesterday, because we're on the 5-minute time frame, rejected 121, telling us that 121 is actually the resistance here, not 121.41, right? You only have one little wick up there. 20 minutes of consolidation under 121 tells us 121 is the resistance. So, on a break of 121 today, I'm thinking, boom, this thing shoots all the way up, not only to the all-time high, but through the all-time high. Typically, when that happens, you get a lot of volume coming into the name to run it up higher, right? So that was confirmation one for us, that this was trading at the all-time highs. Confirmation number two, the stock has momentum. I mean, it has a positive news catalyst backing the stock, so it's a reason for it to run. So that would be confirmation number two, right? Number three, you see the momentum here. So confirmation number three is that all of this momentum from the previous trading day might carry over into today. And confirmation number four is this, and probably one of the most important ones. The stock consolidates below $121 for a period of time. You're looking at about 10 minutes, roughly 10 minutes here of consolidation under 121, meaning that on a break of 121, there was a chance that this breaks and doesn't give us a pullback, right? Just breaks the resistance and runs all the way up without any sort of pullback. That's not the scenario here. We actually do get the pullback and hold, but there was a chance that we did not get that pullback and hold. So I wanted to be in the trade and be able to capitalize on the momentum the moment that we were getting confirmation that this was breaking that resistance and running up to those all-time highs. So in an effort to capitalize on that type of momentum and move, I market bought the break of 121 here for the run up into those all-time highs, and I closed the position out on this candle here for a 20% gain. So I did miss out on the secondary move here, but I specifically made it a choice to not go in on this trade because I had already capitalized on the first move, right? So I didn't feel a need to go back in on this after I'd already profited on it. So I wanted to point that out to you, that the reason why I market buy here in this scenario and not wait for the retest were those 4 confirmations that I gave you. The biggest thing being the consolidation prior to the break of the trigger level. Anytime you see something like this where you have consolidation prior, chances are once it starts to go, it may not pull back. And you kind of see this a little bit yesterday, right? Like if I go to the 5-minute time frame from yesterday, this, I know it's on a larger scale, but this would all be your consolidation. And the moment that this breaks that consolidation, there is no pullback, at least on the 5-minute time frame. It's all green, 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 green. So I was thinking maybe that type of move might happen today, and I didn't want to miss it. So that's why I market bought. All right. Hope the video has helped you out. That's all that I have for these 2 trades today. Press that like button for me if it has, and consider subscribing to the YouTube channel as well. It's just the best way to support me and this type of work that I do. Thank you for your time. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow when we continue the $1,000 account challenge. Cheers.